Friday, May 2nd, 2025, Feast with the Beast. Here to see what kind of beast we have and what kind of feast we can have. And there's all these places that have food, and you just pick one up. It's an outdoor facility. It's a zoo. I mean, it's what it is. It's rain or shine, and boy did we get the rain. There was a large storm coming through. Everybody knew it. It was in the forecast, so I put this poncho on. This allowed us to just wander around. My wife could hit me with the umbrella, so I was like, let's put our ponchos on. So, you know, the edge of the umbrella would just kind of hit me in the head because she would be turning, and she's shorter than me, so it would. Anyway, rained from about 7:30, 7:45 until we left around 9. And it was a steady, annoying rain. I had a poncho on. Everybody was covered. You knew they had a contingency plan for rain because that's just the nature of the game, having an outdoor event. So I think they handled it perfectly. There weren't as many people as one person we talked to said, oh yeah, normally this place is completely packed. Not a bad thing. I didn't mind walking around the rain because I had my poncho on like you saw in the video. Didn't bother me at all. I was okay with it. If I hadn't walked around in a rain shower in a long time, because normally when it rains you just want to be inside, right? But Italian place, really nice Parmesan with a meatball, and they give you a little wooden spoon and a knife and a fork like this, and you just walk around and eat. So there's a second thing we're eating. Marmo. Just got a salad, getting me chicken. So it was too loud, so I'm doing a voiceover. This is from Capitol Grill. It was a piece of steak. I'm pretty sure it was a piece of filet. Delicious mashed potatoes, nice and buttery. Can't go wrong with buttery mashed potatoes. Just a sample of all the things that were going on. And in the same facility, there's this beautiful parrot. So we got close up to this parrot, and they were giving him I forgot what they were giving him, some sort of a treat, but beautiful bird. And these things are big. You always forget how big these suckers are, but it's a real pretty bird and one of the few animals that I saw. Probably won't be able to hear me, but I'll do a voiceover that says Tequila 2.0. Tequila hits you right away. The alcohol flavor. The chocolate evens it out really nicely. Really tasty. The nut has a little nut on the top. And a little caramel. Nice mixture of flavors. Cleaning my mouth off in the camera mirror. It's quite delicious. Just the tanginess of the alcohol, but then on the back end it's all sweet. It's a real nice mixture. All right, Feast with the Beast. The giraffes are out. People are feeding them, but it's really miserable and rainy right now. But it's not too bad. Get to feed them. They look really great. They love that lettuce. Does not mind the rain at all. He's way more worried about the lettuce. Or it's way more worried. I don't know what it is. For gender wise. It's its own choice. Anyway. It is pouring rain right now. There's some thunder and lightning around, but nothing really close. So we are, sorry?
Tech room is that by the movies.
Oh, okay. Beautiful facility to begin with. The event was run beautifully. There's a bunch of really great all the great restaurants around the city almost. I mean, they're like, the Michelin star ones aren't there, but I mean, that's not a big deal. The food, I got to a point where there's so much food, and especially because there weren't as many people there, there's so much food that I was just done. I couldn't eat anymore. I was like, okay, I can't eat anymore. And that's because they're all relatively, there were some places that gave you like a bite. They give you a bite, and then there's places that give you a bowl of food. So it was a good balance of food and to get to hang out in the zoo. Like I said, I only saw the parrot, the lion, and a giraffe. Not the end of the world. I've seen them all before when I've been at the zoo during the day. The interest was the food. The food was incredible. The way the event was handled and how it dragged you all, not dragged you, it pushed you all the way through the zoo so that way the crowds could, although there weren't really that many crowds, to keep crowds to a minimum. I stood in lines. At the longest line was because they were actually cooking the chicken, maybe 5 minutes. So the rain was a great thing. It sucked, but I'd prefer that it rained. Actually, I thought it was a better event because it wasn't as crowded, and a lot of people just stayed away from the rain. That's fine. I knew we were gonna go. I knew we had ponchos. It was great. I definitely now that it's getting hotter, I probably won't go to the zoo again until in the fall. They have Zoo Boo actually, which I don't know if I want to go to because it'll be crowded. Maybe a rainy day in October I'll go, but the zoo is wonderful. I enjoy the zoo. I think it's a world class facility, and I look forward to Feast of the Beast next year. Maybe the weather will cooperate, but I think not having a lot of people there in the pouring rain was a lot of fun. But welcome. I'm weird, I guess.